Columbia University is an institution of educational higher learning located in New York City. Established in 1754 as King's College, under a charter granted by King George II of Great Britain and Ireland, the school reopened as Columbia College after the American Revolution. The School of Medicine, founded in 1767 and later merged with the College of Physicians and Surgeons, is now part of a health sciences complex that includes schools of dentistry, nursing, and public health, located in northern Manhattan. The university's oldest division, Columbia College, offers undergraduate courses leading to bachelor's degrees. Formerly restricted to male students, the college became coeducational in 1983. Barnard College for Women became affiliated with the university in 1890. Columbia University offers student loans, financial rewards, scholarships, and is need-blind for all students who are U.S. citizens or permanent residents, and for all Canadian citizens.
I am interviewing Peter Sinnott, Dr. Peter Sinnott at Columbia University. He is in the Middle East Institute, and what do you teach?
I teach the economic and social geography of Central Asia and the Caucasus in one course. Another course I teach the geography of Russian Eurasia. And this is mainly for the School of International and Public Affairs, but students come from various schools within Columbia University in attendance.
And could you tell me what the students, how it is to work with the students, what the students are like at this school?
Well, you're very privileged because they're very bright. And you're not having to do anything really remedial in that sense. You're dealing with people who are engaging, look at the issues, will read the readings assigned, and will debate you, and they write very good papers, actually. So it's a privilege as a professor to teach such students.
And I'm talking to Malika, who just graduated, and she just came from the gym. She's on campus. And what are you doing now, or what do you plan to do?
Well, I'm just trying to relax this summer because I'm going to graduate school in September. So I'm trying to not use my brain as much as possible.
Where are you going to go to graduate school?
Actually, I'll stay here at Columbia for the medical school. So
you got into medical school?
Yeah, so I've got another, 12 years of school in front of me. So
tell me about your undergraduate experience here briefly, and what's special about Columbia.
Well, I don't know. I guess from a pre-med sort of standpoint, it's going to be intense no matter where you go, and Columbia is probably one of the more intense science type of places. I guess what was the most special about it really is just being in New York City. I mean, I've met, most of my friends are not even from the school. They're just from, there's musicians I know, dancers, artists. Even some of the people I've worked for, it's a very friendly kind of a city once you start to get to know people.
I'm interviewing Daniel. I just ran into him on the quad. And Daniel, what year are you going to be in?
I'm going to be a junior.
And what are you majoring in?
I'm majoring in civil engineering.
And where did you go to high school, and why did you choose Columbia?
I went to a Newton South High School located outside of Boston in Massachusetts, and I chose Columbia for a few reasons. First off, because of New York City. Coming of age, as Columbia likes to call it in New York, has been such a great experience. And in addition, being an engineering program, most engineering programs are strictly math and science. Here at Columbia, I feel like I'm getting a really great exposure to liberal arts. And that's what really makes a difference, because you need to be well-rounded if you want to be successful, I feel.
And I'm talking to Emily Walper. She is
I'm an admissions officer here.
An admissions officer. And can you tell me a little bit about admissions at Columbia? I know it's a very selective school.
Yes, well, it is. But with that comes the opportunity to meet very interesting and wonderful students. In terms of what we're looking for, I think that it's important to keep in mind that we're looking for students who have passion, students who are doing things with an extremely high level of interest and talent. One thing to keep in mind is that the SAT score is not going to communicate to us that talent. It's important for students to realize that the things that they do for fun and the things that they do well are compelling to us. In our application, we ask students to talk about books that they've read and enjoyed. We are looking for students who are intellectually curious.
What are some of the strongest programs at the school? It's a liberal arts college, so I know that you offer programs in English and science. Right. Do you have engineering? Do you have computer programs?
Actually, there's a separate engineering school at Columbia. This office, the Office of Undergraduate Admissions, covers Columbia College, which is the liberal arts undergraduate program, and also the School of Engineering and Applied Science, which is an undergraduate engineering and applied science program. In terms of strength of departments, I have to say that I don't think there's a weak department here. In terms of popularity of departments, I can tell you that the most popular departments are English, political science, biology, and economics. So that's popularity. That's number of students enrolled in those programs. But in terms of strength, I think that across the board, students will find that they have among the best professors and the best course offerings.
Do students have contact with professors?
Yes. I think it's important to note that Columbia started out as an undergraduate college. That was the first thing that this school did, was teach undergraduates. And that really is the focus of this institution. Alumni call it the jewel in the crown. The undergraduate program is key here. All faculty teach undergraduates, and they really revel in the opportunity to teach undergraduates.
How is financial aid at Columbia? Are you need blind, and what percentage of need do you meet?
We are 100% need blind, with the exception of international students. So for all students applying from the States, we are 100% need blind. That means that in committee, we are not interested in whether or not a student is applying for aid. That's not our job. In terms of meeting need, we meet 100% of demonstrated need. There's no gapping. I think there are 2 points that really distinguish Columbia from the other schools on your video, or perhaps just lots of other schools in this country and internationally. The first is New York City. This is an Ivy League institution in Manhattan. What more could you ask? I'm a little New York-centric, I have to admit, but I think that our students have the best of everything here. They have access to the best theater, the best food, the best shopping, really great clubs. I mean, anything that a student could possibly think of doing, they can do here. This is really sort of the pinnacle of cultural life.
What percentage of your class do you admit on early decision?
We don't have a number that we're aiming for, but we do encourage students to apply early. So if they do, and they're wonderful, and the pool is strong, there's no way that we would choose to penalize those students. This past year, we admitted 44% of the class early decision. The year before, we admitted about 38%. And as I said, there's not a number that we're shooting for. This year, we'll look at the class, we'll look at the pool that we have, and we'll admit accordingly.
Columbia University is located amid a high-density urban population. Columbia's Morningside Heights campus combines traditional and contemporary architecture. The university's library system, centered in Butler Library, houses one of the nation's largest collections with more than 6 million volumes. The Columbia Daily Spectator newspaper was founded in 1877. The Jester, undergraduate humor magazine, is also among other publications. The university annually awards the Pulitzer Prizes. Pitted deep in the heart of New York City, Columbia University is a leader in the community.